So, in today's realization, I guess I'll call it that, is dark energy, dark matter, and everything else, including all stars, planets, and us. So, looking at this graph here, we see the two largest pieces of the universe are dark matter and dark energy. These are things that we know are there, but we cannot see, so they're forces. This is basically where God resides, and they're kind of the unknowns, even though we are God experiencing itself in the here and now. So we're looking at dark energy, which is 70% of everything. And it's on the chart here, it says it tends to drive the universe apart, but what it's doing is expanding. And in this dark energy zone, this is where pure potential exists. So there's more of that than there is dark matter or the everything else, the 4%. So dark energy is expansion, it's unfolding, constantly growing. And the two basic models for dark energy are that it is either energy associated with empty space, vacuum energy, and is consistent throughout space and time. So that is why everything exists, pure potential exists in dark energy. Then we're going to look at dark matter, and it's what the glue that holds the universe together. And it's comprised of 26%. And here we are at 4%, everything else, including all stars, planets, and us. That's why the Bible says we have to make ourselves small, even though we're the whole pie here. We're actually just a small portion of that, the realized portion of that. And the others, 70%, is unrealized. Although all potentiality exists in the dark energy. So if we're looking at the meaning of 70 here, which is expansion, in Kabbalah the number 70 represents a totality or completion, particularly in relation to the 70 nations of the world and the 70 elders of Israel. It also signifies the full spectrum of human mentality and the different perspectives or faces through which the Torah can be understood. So we see here it's really talking about expansion. This is one way we could understand that 70%, 70 nations of the world. Jewish tradition holds that there are 70 root nations in the world, and the number 70 is often used to represent the diverse tapestry of humanity. So this is where we have that dark energy of expansion. So the 70 faces of the Torah, in the Kabbalah, it teaches that the Torah has 70 faces, meaning it can be interpreted in 70 different ways, reflecting its depth and complexity. And generally, 70 signifies completion, wholeness, and the full realization of potential, as seen in the idea of a full human lifespan, 70 years. So now I want to take a look at the meaning of the 26%. So here we have the 26%, And 1 plus love equals God, so we end up with 26. That's the glue, the dark matter that is holding everything together. Now, if dark matter only existed, everything would implode on itself. Without the 70% of the dark energy expanding the universe, we would implode. And we also see here the 26%. That's the Yod He Vav He. The holy name of God, using Hebrew gematria, translate to Jehovah or Yod He Vav He. We also see the number 7 here again, and we know that 70 really breaks down to 7. So it's pi begotten by 7 and pi begotten by 7. And then we're looking at that 4%. The 4%, it's the reality we exist in. It's the 4 worlds of the Kabbalah. The Yod He Vav He, the 4 worlds. And then we can take a look at the Bible here, the story of creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So really, we're using that dark energy in creation. The full potential being realized here. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was a formless and desolate emptiness. And we know that as dark energy. And darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. So we know God didn't say that the darkness was good, because God is the darkness. And the darkness cannot really comprehend itself unless it's being realized through that 26% of dark matter, which, as we see, is the glue that holds everything together in our reality. And then we exist in that 4%. That's where God can realize itself. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning, one day. And we exist in that one day. The world with the 4 levels and then the 4 directions. And that's where we are. So the universe is currently expanding at an accelerated rate. So that's why we see where we get that 70%. It's expansion. It's infinite possibilities, just expanding. This expansion is driven by dark energy, which counteracts gravity's pull. So you can't have one without the other. You can't have, for us to exist, we can't have one without the other. While there are theoretical models suggesting the possibility of a future contraction, and that would be dark matter, the glue that holds everything together, if that became greater, it would implode on itself. You know, it's like if you hug somebody too hard, you would crush them. And that's what implosion is. A big crunch. Current scientific understanding and observations favor eternal expansion. You see the word they use is eternal. God is eternal. Eternal expansion. So the universe's expansion was first observed by Edwin Hubble, who noted that galaxies are moving away from each other, and the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it recedes. This expansion is not just galaxies moving through space, it's the expansion of space itself. So they've also realized the contraction scenario here. A big crunch scenario would require a universe with a high enough density to overcome the effects of dark energy, eventually causing it to collapse in on itself. However, current observations and understanding of dark energy favor eternal expansion. God is eternal. God is expansion.